against Carson Tout. Bill Covington Jr. will wait to put it in the air. And on the third try, Tout is denied. Tony Henderson, Tony Padilla. Tonight's officials, it's Duke ball to start. And the Blue Devils get an early touch for Ngongba around Tout. Patrick Ngongba, the 6'11 sophomore, starts the scoring.
But not legal in the NCAA.
And Notre Dame cannot challenge that because there's not a whistle on the play. Boozer with a stop on the dish from Ngongba. First four for the Blue Devils right at the rim.
One of the things that Micah Shrewsbury talked to us about is Boozer gets the steal where he averages 1.8 a game. The oldest play in the game is called the old give and go, Kevin Brown. And one of the things...
Nobody here expects to see Marcus Burton until next year. Boozer. Ngongba with a stop. A couple of Duke dunks for an early 8-2 lead.
But
here's Shrewsbury. Try to get space on the Tout screen, and Foster went over it. Koehler, deep shot clock. Tough two is good.
Koehler's confidence is growing, and he continues to happen on one side and not on the other.
Here's Ngongba off the inbound. The foul was on Imes as Ngongba puts home another two. He's got 6. Boozer's got 5. And Duke, a couple of months for the most part.
And Sundra, who's also high school teammates as well as teammates in the Peach Jam champion TTO team takeover with Patrick Ngongba and Darren Harris for the Blue Devils, getting an opportunity to go up against
33-16. They led by 17. So Notre Dame only down 12 here, though. It might be 14. Sarr took it away from Muhammad, scored the basket, and there was no foul call as Muhammad came close to.
Sarr guarding Muhammad. 94, picks it up, takes it in, kind of playing a little hand tag over there earlier. Two former teammates going at it. Sundra off the bounce, finds Koehler in the corner, who's able to knock down the first 3 of the game for the Fighting Irish.
Win at BYU would be a great quad 1 win.
I agree.
But
losing out will not help them get in the tournament.
I'd say it would help. Here's a bucket by Koehler. Of course it's Koehler.
And Cole Certa, Brady Shrewsbury, both great shooters, continue to shoot these floaters. I'm not sure why. And speaking of great shooters, Isaiah Evans, when they went up against Arkansas, 35-point performance for Cameron Boozer.
Well, he's got 11 right now. He's the first player in double figures. Muhammad. Carson Tout, great rebounder, not a big scorer. Feeds Certa. That's a tough shot, contested well by Evans. Boozer 3. Bangs it home. Boozer with 14.
At Louisville, who scored 45 against NC State earlier this year, as Cole Certa is able to knock down his first bucket of the game.
And the lead is back to 16 for Duke. Evans with a 3. Got it! Evans got a screen from Hamenya and a feed from Boozer.
He Ngongba away from another offensive rebound.
Here's Certa on a drive around Caden Boozer. Certa with a land.
Love the attack by Certa for the Fighting Irish, but more importantly, instead of going to the floater, he attacks the basket.
Harris attacks, and Darren Harris is on the score sheets. Harris for Boozer. Thought about a 3. Gives it to his brother. Gets it back off the screen. Into the corner for Sarr. Bricks it. Rebound Brown. Cam probably thought, I'm going to check out of the game. I missed this. I may as well stay in the game. 20-9 in the first half as Muhammad scores for Notre Dame. Foster rolls it into the corner. Sarr is wide open and splashes the 6 Duke triple.
But a great read. Now, that's a 2-for-1 opportunity. Caleb Foster
got it out to Sarr. Got it in for 3.
So when you say 2-for-1, now they should get 2 shots. But you're talking about the Notre Dame of college basketball with the Blue Devils getting a good look from 3 and able to knock it down. Caleb Foster buries the 3 ball. Great ball movement as the Blue Devils push the lead to 32. So now seeing it with the boot on, concerning for the coach of the Fighting Irish.
Has there been a stronger injury to insult this year than Micah Shrewsbury popping up with a boot after halftime? Carson Tout.
He's going to do the exact same thing for 15 years in the NBA that he's doing now. Simply because he's skilled enough to get it done.
Logan Imes with a 3 for the Irish.
and he has the will to get it done.
On the break, 1 on 3, on the kick, Foster, no, Boozer, yes, just stole it from Shrewsbury. Didn't play after today. If he just decided I'm done, he would. You don't think he would win National Player of the Year?
I can tell you for 100% fact, if he said I'm done, he would not win National Player of the Year.
What if he got hurt? Which we don't want. They don't have a bad loss in the Big 12 tournament. If they win tonight at BYU.
So therefore,
Carson Towns scoops it up and in.
If they lose out, that means they would have a bad loss. The ACC is as well. The depth of the SEC is part of the reason why that conference is so strong this year.
Amenya, who 2 assists, 3 steals. Brown will shoot a 3 and miss it. And Shrewsbury tracks down the rebound.
Amenya.
Oh, Brown came out of nowhere, Corey, to smother the 3.
Either that or he was saying, my fault. Not sure he looked over at John Shire, patting his chest.
Caden Boozer, soft touch. We asked John Shire today about his team, and he said, I think we still have a lot of room to grow offensively. Now, tonight, they're absolutely rolling as Muhammad scores. Is Caden Boozer doubling up and then some, the Irish? Quarter 3, Harris rattles it in. Darren Harris with 12 points in 9 minutes.
Mike Gray, you know, I mean, the all-time wins leader as a coach here at Notre Dame, as Caleb Foster throws in another 3.
Certa's miss means Notre Dame is 4 for 19. Figured if Notre Dame had any shot, those numbers would have to be reversed. Boozer inside for 2. Caden Boozer with 2 buckets.
In the fashion that you want. You deserve that. And I believe they pulled it off perfectly. Part of the reason why John Shire has been able to be so successful in his first 4 seasons as a head coach.
Sir Muhammad with a 3 for Notre Dame.
You'll get more opportunities for Caleb Foster to be aggressive on the offensive end as he attacks the basket and is able to finish. You'll get more time for Darren Harris. So Duke with a 3-2 zone that morphs into a man-to-man on that possession.
It leads to a foul line extended jumper for Koehler. Muhammad, often that can happen against the zone. You're more susceptible to rebounds.
Yes, this is a zone. Okay, my eyes were not deceiving me. The 3 across the front. John Shire experimenting with some zone in this game, but it's been in BYU. Are you saying that if Baylor gets this win against the number 2 team in the country, is Cole Certa is able to knock down the 3 ball
for the year, and it appeared we'll try to get a red shirt for Marcus Burton, who only played 10 games, as McClellan out of Canton, Michigan, puts in the 2.
It would make absolutely no sense to bring Burton back to end this season.
Amenya puts it for 90 for the Blue Devils. And it's pretty much all spiraled from there. They're 5-12 without him, the first team All-ACC player. Here's Harris soaring in for 2.
But how about Jack Scott with the steal and the assist?
Jack Scott, Cameron Sheffield have come in off the deep bench for Duke. Brody Stevens is in for Notre Dame as well, as McClellan's got another bucket. John Shire with a win tonight would become the first head coach in ACC history with a 40-point win, which is some doubt. With 2 40-point road wins, lead is 41 now.
Well, this hasn't been a league where you see much of that, as Boozer's able to get the bucket to go.
It would have been answered tonight, 100-56.
Best
a
move,
Duke demolition.
Best move, in my opinion, not going back to Durham. Keeping it business,